Well, an interesting situation has developed in the real estate market here in Southern California. You may think that going to the bank and asking to modify your loan is a much better circumstance for you in the long run than asking them to do a short sale, where the bank actually has to eat a substantial loss. Well, as it turns out, the modification might not be better for you. Real estate expert Bryan Garrity is here to explain this morning.
Good morning.
You were just explaining some of this to me, and we need to share this with everybody on camera now. I would think that at least from a trustworthy standpoint, if I went to the bank and I said, I just want you to modify this, I'm going to keep making my payments, I would think that would be better than a short sale where the bank had to take a loss. But you say not necessarily.
No. Can you believe we're still talking about short sales?
No, I really can't.
Oh, it's painful.
And when we throw some numbers out here in a second, it'll be mind-boggling.
But here we are a year later since we met, and I mean, a lot of growth. And it's amazing that, and I think we have a long way to go. So, loan modifications, there were 7 million applications, 700,000 were approved. That does not mean people got a better interest rate. That does not mean people got better terms, because being in an adjustable loan, some people may be down in the high 2s right now, and adjust every 6 months. Well, the banks may fix them at 4 or 5%, which is still good, but I'm saying it may not be ideal to what they're paying right now.
Right. So you can still go to the bank and you can say, look, I'm having a difficult time here. Would you please modify my loan? And you'll help people with that. If that's,
definitely. And I want to say, you've got to watch out for the scammers. I just want to kind of have a general catch up today.
Sure.
Watch out for the scammers. They're still out there. There's a lot of predators. They're charging people. Now even they'll say, they'll charge you on the back end, make a deposit. If we're successful, we'll end up, giving you a nice fat bill at the end. You don't need to be paying anybody to do a loan modification. That's just total
I know
nonsense.
what you were going to say.
Yeah,
you almost did.
No, that's no nonsense. No, but it is.
Almost caught Big Daddy in a bleepable moment.
But it is nonsense.
It works you up to no end, though, which is one of the reasons why I like to send people your direction to see if you can help them, because you're so passionate about what you do.
I mean, it just continues. So I just had another SDL person had the short sale approved. No way, no how qualifies for a loan modification. One of these nice loan modifier people came up with an attorney background, and I'm in that group. But I mean, it's like, folks, come on, start representing yourself to be professionals. But came and talked this person into, oh yeah, we can get your loan modified. Well, now their house is getting foreclosed on tomorrow.
And after no short sale in sight.
No. I mean, look. If you've been sitting there for 2 years, 1 year, I keep saying it. I feel like it's ad nauseum at this point, but it doesn't matter, because I still keep seeing a ton of people coming out of the woodwork. If you're sitting there and you're still trying to fight with the bank, there's a problem. If you're unemployed, you're not getting a loan modification. If you're self-employed, getting a loan modification is questionable at best. I'm not saying that they won't, but most people that are self-employed take advantage of the tax write-offs and generally don't have the income to support a loan modification. Right. The other thing that people need to know, brand new lending guideline, is if you do a loan modification, and it will report on your credit as such, you are now going to be treated as if you've done a short sale. So you're going to be locked out of any type of real estate purchase for the next 3 years.
And this is the point that I was making at the very beginning when we started talking. You think you're going to be in a better situation because you've only modified the loan. Right. You haven't asked the bank to take a big loss. But in the end, you're still going to be treated as though you had done a short sale.
The same.
So you really need an expert to help you sort through this and decide which of these options is better for you. The short sales they just continue to skyrocket.
They do.
Some of the major banks are saying that they're planning on doing thousands and thousands of these in the coming year.
Right. And you know how the banks, how I feel about most of them. But I'll say that there's been mass improvement with B of A. You're seeing improvement with Chase. But you've got to step up to the plate while the banks are ready to actually sit in there and help you. Because you know how it was months ago. They weren't. And there's still a lot of bad banks out there. But some of the major guys are stepping up and trying to work with the agents and people that are representing these people in tough times.
So you want folks to come to you before they get
do anything, before you call, before you do anything. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so come to Bryan Garrity and let him at least consult with you on what your situation is and what your best option would be. In some cases, you might tell people, hand the keys back to the bank. Foreclosure is your best option. You will be honest with people and tell them that if that's what it happens to be.
I'm glad you made that, because for some people, foreclose. In fact, I have one right now this week. It's Thursday. It's like short sale is not in their best interest, and neither is a loan modification. In that person's best interest, they're so far gone. Foreclosure is the only thing that's going to help.
They get very emotionally attached to their
and
home.
it's tough.
So
it's
you
tough.
help them.
It's tough. It's tough. Plus, foreclosure is like the F word.
Yeah.
Okay?
Sure.
I mean, people don't want that. And now they've heard it, the short sale, the loan modification. I'm going to stay away from that F word foreclosure. But you know what? Sometimes, like you said, it makes sense.
All right. Get in touch with Bryan Garrity if you have any questions at all about your situation, on your loan, on your particular home. Each one is different, and he will direct you in the area that's best for you. Bryan, it's great to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Are we going with Big Daddy?
Big Daddy, big results.
Big Daddy, big results.
All right,
okay, that's I can't wait to do the commercial.
Okay.
All right, for more information, you go to san diego6.com and you click on San Diego Living.